Yeah. I just wanted to mention for those that are in the state of Washington, yeah, I'm wanting to put 7 million employees of this government in prison. Now, I just wanted, for those that think they're important wherever they live at, yes, I'm wanting to put this government in prison. Now, I'm not concerned about the employees of this city or this county. Yes. In fact, I'm not concerned about the employees of the state of Washington. I'm concerned about the employees of every state, yes, and all the federal employees that have any knowledge, yes, of child abuse, child neglect, kidnapping, and then the refusal to enforce the civil rights, yes, humanitarian rights, misprisioning of treason, yeah, and misprisioning of felony. Now, you used to call yourself whistleblowers. Now, I'm going to call you complicit because my thought is to completely remove the government of this great nation. Now, these restrictions can include limiting the time a parent can spend with a child. Yes. Supervised visitation, is that something you wanted me to do? Treatment or educational program to help the parent with the problem. Yes. Now, looking at your parenting plan, let me see. Did my wife say that I have a problem? Yes. And what was that problem? I have a delusion. Yes. A paranoia. Yes. I'm no longer stable. Right. I can't provide for my family right now. What were the problems that my wife said that I had? If a parent is a convicted sex offender, yep, that's not me. The court almost always has to prohibit that parent, yes, from having time with the children. If you fear, for the safety of your children, you may ask the court for an emergency temporary order. Yes. What if I fear, as a respondent, yes, for the safety of my children right now? Well, let's say you gave me no due process in 2011 right now. See, this is literature that is designed right for the individual. Excuse me. Right. Well, if I fear, for the safety of my children, yes, as the respondent, yes. Should I be concerned about the safety of my sons? Yes, considering the traffic citation right now. 2-count criminal complaint in Jefferson County. The cell hearing. Yeah. The mental health evaluation. Ooh, false arrest, false imprisonment. Right. And then all these conditions necessary to convict a police officer of domestic violence and child abuse. Yes. Or it looks to me that as a citizen, I don't have any of the actual same protections as those in law enforcement. Like, what if I fear, yes, for the safety of my children as the respondent? Yes. Well, I think it's somewhat disconcerting, yes, that I was served in the Sequim Public Library, yes, and it's on the vine for 10 years, right, but it's not on the vine that you serve somebody else. Oh, excuse me, yeah. I fear for my children. Yes, there was no due process. That the sheriff's department called me. Yes, let me know they didn't want me to appear in court. Obstructed me from getting a dissolution of marriage and the parenting plan. Well, and then when I thought you would serve me because you called me a week before the court hearing. Uh, mm, you didn't. I left the city. I moved to Centralia. Yes. And then I moved back thinking that it would expire a year later. Yeah. Found out it was a 2-year protection order. Yes. As I remember it, it had the same constraints. Yes. Mental health evaluation and treatment is ordered. Yeah. The same requirements of the parenting plan that I didn't receive. Yes. Mental health evaluation and treatment required. Yeah. In fact, no matter what I do, yeah, It's just like you're just going to want to drug me for the rest of my life. If I fear for the safety of my children, I may ask the court for an emergency temporary order immediately restricting visitation with the other parent. Yes. Well, when you reissued the protection order in 2012, yeah, where were my rights being enforced then? When you modified the protection order without giving me any due process, yeah, where was my right to protect my sons? When you made the modification that I couldn't go near the Boys and Girls Club, yeah, couldn't go near the First Baptist Church right now. Where was my due process to say that, well, I never actually wanted to go to the Boys and Girls Club? Where's any of the rights that I have as a respondent? You put me in jail, yes, for the false accusation of domestic violence, yes. You arrest me for failure to appear, for a citation date, yes. Then there's Mike Van Proyen. Should I be concerned about the safety of my children, considering Mike got all my court notices? Should I be concerned about the safety of Marilyn's children, considering the exploitation of Legina? I might not be married to Marilyn, but I've been wanting to have sex with her for the last 4.5, maybe 5 years. Yeah. Sent her a text message that I was at the Serenity House. Yeah, that I loved her. When should Marilyn be afraid for the safety of her children? Now, if I'm right and I end up adopting her and her children, yes, I'm just treating her as a concerned parent. Right. A potential adoptee. Yeah, the individual that does the adoption. Thinking about adopting all the Van Proyen children, yes. If I were to think of them as my children, when should I be fearful of their safety? You don't have to consider that because I haven't adopted them. No serious problems except for the false arrest. Yes. False imprisonment. Yep. Fraudulent mental health evaluations. Yes. Delusional wife that says that I'm paranoid. Yeah. Now, if there are no serious problems, well, once you accuse me of all these serious problems, yes, that happen to be crimes, yes, without any policing authority, exactly how do I